called in
to Box and Brews, you might hear something
you can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use
smarts of these stuff.
because they know the brews.
And they know the box, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks and brews.
Brews.
Bucks and Brews.
Welcome back to Bucks and Brews. Nick, it's been a long time, honestly, since you and I have gotten together in person.
That's true.
'Cause
I've missed it.
I have too. I went on a little vacation there,
Yeah.
and we were supposed to get together last week, but I had a business mentorship thing to go to.
How'd that go?
It went really well. We got to talk to 4 different business members in the community and kind of get their ideas on things we could try for the business.
Yeah.
So full disclosure, my wife freaks out where we're at on our profit and loss the last couple of years, because last year we got hammered with losses.
Yeah.
Which, here nor there, it happens. It happens to business. Sometimes you just have a down year.
Dude, of course.
So this year we're sitting at, there's a story I still haven't told you that I need to tell you off the air.
Yeah.
Remind me. But we were sitting there looking at stuff, and we're about 13,000 in the hole this year, and she's freaking.
Yeah.
If you do this 3 years in a row, the government will consider you a hobby.
That's true.
I mean, it is, but
I mean,
can you think that with the amount of money in sales that we have, I think they'd be really hard pressed to push us as a hobby.
right.
I mean, we just have high overhead right now.
Yep.
And I kept telling her, I'm like, listen, if we had a 5% increase, we're breaking even at this point right now. And this was 2 weeks ago. Okay.
Yeah.
I said, which means we would be positive for the year. We average somewhere between 12 and 18% year over year increase. So we're tracking really well right now.
Yeah.
And she's still freaking out because, she's my wife,
It's a
and she
loss,
freaks
yeah.
out. Yeah. So I think the talks we had were really good for some of those things. We talked to a lawyer that was there who, kind of tore apart our waiver and said, gave us some suggestions. A digital marketing person that, went through our website and our social media and gave some ideas, more videos, honestly. So I thought it was really good. And an insurance guy who we may have on the show at some point.
Okay.
He talks a lot of commercial insurance. He does the other stuff too, but mostly commercial. So I thought that was really good. But before we get too far into it, Nick, our open.
Hey, everybody. Thanks so much for joining us again. If you wouldn't mind, like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. And we really appreciate you listening in. So speaking of that, David, what are you drinking, my friend?
I'm drinking all sorts of things tonight.
Say it seems like it.
I have a Sprite Zero because I've learned, I've known this for many years, but I've learned that I just drink everything too fast.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to throw a little something extra in there so that I don't drink beer too fast.
Yeah.
But after or during, because I'm going to mix back and forth, I have from Two Town Cider House a blueberry cosmic crisp, which sounds delicious. I have not tasted it yet, so let's see how it tastes.
Yeah.
It's very winey. You would like it. You want to try that?
Do.
It's very winey.
Thank you.
Which usually I'm not a whiny guy. No?
I
Yeah.
can see that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see.
I like it. And then after that, I'm sponsored by the Eye Candy, Mr. Michael Benson, with an Edward Teach beer, the Black Spot Lager.
There you go. I say, I too am sponsored by the Eye Candy,
Yes.
Mr. Mike Benson. I have Anderson Valley Brewing Company, Briny Melon Goes. It says solar powered brewery, so I'm kind of interested in that. Like, they're running everything off solar power. It's a family owned, family operated, and they're out of California. So, yeah, I really excited about it. Looks like a fun can. Their artwork's good.
So I decided on my cruise.
It's good. That is some good melon.
Yeah.
You get a lot of hint. I like that. Thanks, Mike.
So I decided on my cruise.
Yeah.
I was going to become a little more sophisticated as a drinker
Oh,
because I feel like I should like bourbon.
you should. Every man should like.
I
bourbon.
don't like bourbon. I tried really fucking hard. We were sitting in the sports bar on the boat, and I said that to Don. I'm like, I just feel like I should like bourbon. It's a manly drink. I feel like I'm a man.
Yeah.
That's something I should like. So bartender comes over and I'm like, I want a good bourbon. I said, not Jim Beam. Give me a good bourbon. What, you know,
Yeah.
you would recommend to somebody you really like. So he brought me over a good bourbon.
Yeah. You don't know what it is?
I have no fucking idea
Okay.
because it tasted like ass.
I say anything on the cruise, I would assume isn't good bourbon.
They do have some good quality liquors,
Okay.
but bourbon wise, I would probably agree with you. I mean, I'm thinking Jim Beam's more top shelf.
Yeah. Oh God, that's
So like, you know how when we took the cruise together, we had the Leandro, which is probably a Guavarita.
Yeah.
Leandro made it with Cuervo.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean, I can drink Cuervo, not a big deal. So we had Gary and Ollie.
Okay.
And they made it with Patron.
Yeah.
Which was 800 fucking times better.
Yeah.
Now, of course, I make it with different tequilas at home because I'm a tequila guy. I like to buy different tequilas. So, you know, really it does depend. And of course, on the boat, Patron's your higher quality tequila, even though it's, you know, I mean, it's a good mid-range tequila.
So, you know, I'm not a huge tequila person, but right, like you can tell that the freshness of it, right, or the crisp and the soft, you know, compared to that like burn alcohol aspect of things, right? So you know, my brother, he drinks Patron, right? Like it's his thing. I don't like tequila. I don't like gins either, right? Which is really hard because all of my friends are gin and soda, or gin and tonic, and you know, I'm like, no, I can't do this. Courtney, very much, right? I'm all about the gin aspect of things.
We're gonna laugh at this.
Yeah.
So last weekend, the Eye Candy took a trip to Cleveland.
Yeah,
he wanted a solo trip.
Yeah.
So he started with a double Patron at the airport. So I mean, he started drinking the minute he left.
Yeah, he just there he goes.
I get a text because, of course, he feels the same way I do, but for him, it was scotch.
Sure.
He needs to drink scotch because he knows he should like it.
Yeah.
He's talked himself into liking scotch now.
Good.
But I get a text from him after he's been there a little over a day. We don't drink beer anymore. We now just drink liquor. I text him back and I said, while I will agree that I will be drinking more liquor than beer in the coming future because beer adds way more calories than regular liquor does, I'm not going to stop drinking beer. I like craft beer.
Yep.
I like to taste and sample different types of beer. And that's something I really enjoy. So I'm not going to stop doing that. And he goes, all right, well, maybe we'll just be a little more picky. I'm like, that's fine. I mean, I'm not saying let's go get a pack of Miller Lite or Bud Light or something.
Dude, I feel like you guys are like 10 years older than me, but like 4 years behind me, right? Like, he's like, hey, trust me, I went through that same phase, right? Like, where it's like, hey, if I'm going to drink a beer, it's going to be a craft beer. It's going to be a good beer. It's going to be something I want to have. I don't need to sit here and drink. And, you know, I'm going to drink, you know, you know, my collection of bourbons and things like that. And it's like, but I found when you guys are over for swimming or whatever, right? And I have a drinking problem like you,
yes,
where it's the fact of no matter what it is, I drink it too quick.
Yeah, it's there in your hand. Water, pop, beer, it doesn't matter. You're just swigging it constantly.
That's exactly it, right? So like, I know if I filled the glass with bourbon, it's sure. I mean, there's some I sip, but like the next one's going, and you're never done. It's like beer. That's why I went back to like beer. It's like I can just drink it all day, enjoy it, and I'm fine.
Well, I mean, especially if you drink like a Bud Light because it's lower alcohol content.
Yep.
You can drink more of it over that day and not get hammered.
Yeah, I say, you know, and you know, if I'm, you know, but like now I'm in a different phase. It's kind of weird, and you guys you might get there eventually. I see Mike getting there more than I see you getting there, but it's like I'll go out and I'll drink bourbons and I'll do everything. I'll have my whole day, and then I'll just, all right, I would like a glass of red wine, and so I finish everything with a glass of red wine, you know, and I just want to sit and drink a glass of red wine, you know. And you'll get to that point because you're gonna follow the steps I do,
right?
So
Probably,
like, yeah, you know. It's like, all right, great, like this is what I want. Like, I want to end it on a beautiful note.
I had texted you while we were in Cozumel.
Yeah, and they weren't going through, and they would, and
10 bottles of tequila I brought home.
Yeah, I say, geez Louise.
So we went to the first place.
Yeah.
And guy was very nice. He's just letting us sample, because that's how you get people to buy all these flavored tequilas.
Yep.
So like we had the coffee one and a guava one and peanut butter.
Yeah. Peanut butter tequila, huh?
It was
Weird.
excellent. You mix the coffee and the peanut butter and taste kind of like a Reese's peanut butter cup.
I could say that.
So I mean, I was in heaven because I love tequila.
Yeah.
And these were just awesome.
Yeah.
He goes, well, if you buy 4, I'll give you 2 free.
Deal.
I'm cheap as shit, so I'm all about it.
Yeah.
So I buy 6 tequilas. I bought 4.
Yeah, I bought 4,
two
got
free.
6, yeah.
So Dawn and I end up at another place, and I go in because the guy just he drags me in. He's like, hey, you want to try some tequila? And I'm like, yeah, of course I do.
Yeah, same.
And I'm like, I don't need to buy any. I just bought 6. And he's like, well, what did you buy? So I tell him, and he goes, all right, well, the flavors are great, but let me get out the top shelf stuff.
Yeah.
And give you the really good stuff.
Let me give you real tequila.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm like, all right, because why not?
Mm-hmm.
So
why not? Because you're gonna buy more.
Right. So he gets out really good tequila and he's like, yeah, this is $200 tequila. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah.
I'm good. I don't need tequila. He's like, I'll sell you the set for 100.
A set of 4?
No, it's a set of, it's got one of those little, things you can put the bottle in and the bottle and shot glasses and all this whole fucking drink.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it was really fucking smooth.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all right, well, you're twisting my arm. So I buy it. So then when I go to pick all of my tequila up, I'm there, and one of the other guys from one of the other tequila places, they're all owned by the same fucking company, man, goes, hey, I want you to try even better tequila. Come with me.
Jeez Louise.
All right, fine. So I go with him. And Don's with me at this point. And he goes, how do you feel about bourbon? And I told him I feel like I should like bourbon, but I don't.
Yeah.
But it's funny. I do like bourbon barrel aged stuff.
Of course.
So he has a bourbon barrel aged tequila.
Of course. Oh my goodness. It's
And
the only way to drink tequila.
And he says to me, he goes, what I want you to do is I want you to take it, sniff it, and then take it away immediately.
Yep.
So I do that. He goes, now sniff it again. It's going to smell like vanilla. It smelled like fucking vanilla.
Yeah.
He goes, sniff it the third time. It's going to be really smooth. So I sniff it the third time. It's really smooth. He goes, now sip it. Don't shoot it. I sip it. I'm like, holy shit, that's smooth. He goes, yeah, there's no burning. There's no nothing. It's just so good. He goes, that's the worst of the tequila I'm giving you right now. So he went with 2 or 3 more.
Yeah.
And we get to the last one. I think you saw the picture of the skulls.
Did you text it to me?
I might have. I might not have.
Okay.
But there was some tequila that came in skulls. Really beautifully painted skulls.
Yes. Yeah. Okay. You had it up on Facebook.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was the best.
Okay.
And he goes, all right, you can get this and 2 flavors for free. This is $100. And I'm like, nah, I've already got 7 bottles of tequila. I really think I'm good.
Yeah.
He goes, all right, I'll give you 2 of these and 1 flavor for 100. I went, all right, sold.
So, yeah.
He goes, do you have cash? And I'm like, I do. He goes, if you can pay some of this in cash, it'd be better. I'm like, well, I don't have $100. I have like 50. And he's like, that's fine. So I paid half of it in cash. You want to hear the best part about this story so far? From place 2 and 3, they've never hit my credit card yet.
Oops.
We're over 2 weeks out.
Oops.
So I might have gotten free tequila.
Let's hope. Yeah. I say, geez, Louise. All right.
I can find it if you can't.
No, you're fine. Man, you post a shit ton.
I do. So then the guy's telling me, he's like, yeah, the cruise ship can ship it back for you.
Yeah.
No, they can't.
You have to like give it to them and they can put it on the thing, right? Why?
They can give it back to you. They can't ship it. There's no way for them to actually ship it.
Oh, gotcha. Oh,
So-
you meant ship it home.
Yeah, ship it home.
I was thinking like, yeah, bring it on the.
So- Dawn and I are then figuring out how the fuck to get 10 bottles of tequila back in our fucking luggage. Because, of course, it has to be checked.
Right.
And then she had gone down to the liquor store on the boat.
Yeah.
And they go, you're only allowed to take 2 pieces through custom. Okay, I've never heard of that.
Yeah, it's 2 per person, which I thought was weird that you had 10.
So I have Christy look it up.
Yeah.
There's technically no limit on how much you can bring back.
Really?
The limit is if they think you're bringing it back for distribution, they will charge you up the ass in taxes.
Yeah.
So if you go through customs, they may absolutely hammer you in taxes.
Yeah.
But you can still bring it if you can pay for it.
Oh, okay.
So, of course, Dawn and I are like, well, we're going to take a chance. Now, when we went on the cruise, we didn't go through customs.
I mean, we had a pre-check. Yeah, say.
Yeah, but you never went through anything.
Right.
Like you did get to get on the boat, but
Yeah.
you didn't get off the boat.
Right.
So I had told her, I'm like, Dawn, this is the 4th cruise I've been on with you. I've never gone through customs
Yeah, we
coming
did.
back yet.
Yeah, we did.
No,
We went to that big warehouse.
you go through that, but they don't do anything.
No.
They don't check any of your bags
No.
or anything. I mean, literally, you walk through, they do a facial scan, and then you just go through as long as nothing pops up.
Yep.
So you're not literally declaring anything or anything like that. So yeah, we walked through customs, no issue.
Yeah.
Bag ended up being 43 pounds.
Nice.
So I got in without having to pay any extra on all of my tequila. I got Mike a bottle of spicy tequila.
Okay.
I got my mother a bottle of coconut tequila. This woman,
Ring.
this woman, Nick.
Yeah.
I need this episode just to complain about my mother. I swear to God.
Say.
She sends me a text the morning we get to Cozumel.
Yeah.
Don't forget to buy tequila.
Oh, okay.
What does that mean to you? If I text you and I say, Nick, don't forget to buy tequila, what do you think I'm telling you?
That you want a bottle of
I would
tequila.
like a bottle of tequila.
Correct.
Correct. So we go, and the first place we went to had a coconut tequila.
Perfect.
And I know my mom's not a huge tequila fan, but she loves anything coconut. And I'm like, all right, I'm going to get this for my mom.
Yep.
So I text her, hey, I bought tequila. I got one for you. If I text you and say, Nick, I got you a bottle of liquor, what would you say back to me?
Thanks, man. Can't wait to drink it.
My mother.
Yeah. Why'd you get me a glass of a bottle of tequila?
I hope it was a small bottle. I don't really like tequila.
Yeah. Say, yeah.
I text her back and I said, you know, a nice response would have been, gee, thank you for thinking of me. That was very generous. And then she texts back, she goes, well, I like rum. I don't really like tequila. I was only talking for you. I'm like, well, I bought you coconut tequila. And she goes, oh, I love coconut. Yeah, no shit. That's why I fucking bought it for you.
Right. Say, glad we're on the same page for this.
All I wanted was a little bit of, hey, thanks for thinking of me.
Right.
Not that.
Yeah.
So, of course, I texted Mike immediately because I'm pissed off. You know, he says to me, hey, if she doesn't want the tequila, I'll take a second bottle. That's a friend.
Yeah, that's a fact. Oh, man. No, I'm glad you had a good time. It looked like some of the videos you guys, you had somebody just pouring tequila down your throat just because.
Elvis. It wasn't tequila, though. It was something, some kind of fruity shot.
Okay.
Because Tim Lubbers stopped in on Friday because his TV died. So he brought us his TV.
I was like, man,
yeah,
okay.
And he goes, "How fucked up were you after that shot?" I'm like, "Not."
Oh.
He goes, "It wasn't a lot of alcohol, was there?" I'm like, "No, there really wasn't." I mean, and she kept pouring and shaking me and shit, and afterwards it did nothing.
Right. It's a fun experience.
Yeah, I wasn't mad.
Right.
And I'll tell you this. Dawn and I were sitting there before we got lunch. We got lunch at Tequila Go-Go, which, is kind of chainy, but Mexican chainy,
yep.
Not, because the other two places they had right there were Senior Frogs and Margaritaville, which are very chainy.
Yeah, say.
And I told Dawn, because I'm like, do you want to get some lunch? And she goes, I mean, it's free on the boat, but I kind of feel like we're out here. We should get something. And I'm like, listen, Nick has told me before, when you get tacos in Mexico, it's different than getting tacos in America.
That's a fact.
So I'm fine if you want to get food. So we sit down to get food, and her and I both order tacos. Her vegetarian, me steak.
Mm-hmm.
And best tacos I've ever fucking had.
I'm telling you, bro.
They were so fucking good. Like, she took the first bite, and I've been kind of weird about food lately. Like, things I really haven't wanted to eat a lot, and things don't taste as good.
Sure.
And she goes, after I took my first bite, I go, if he doesn't like these, something's fucking wrong with him.
Right. No, that's I like Mexico, and like I now need to go to Mexico again, and I don't think we're taking a winter vacation this year. Like
Gee, I wonder why.
I took a job coaching. So
do you like coaching?
I do. I like coaching. Like everything, right? There's always a spoil, right? And the parents, I have great parents that their intentions are good, but their opinions are
Many.
crap, right? Like, and I say, I look at myself as like the leader, right? Like, it's not, I'm not a dictator. It's not what I say goes, but like, here, these are the expectations I've set, and this is what's going to happen, right? So, um, and it's hard because I coach bowling, right? And it is known to be like the slack off sport, right? And I look at us as a sport. We're athletes. We are not, like I'm coming with a culture change. Kids are used to going up to get bar food, right? Like fried chicken,
Fries.
chicken, right? Pizza, whatever.
Mozzarella stick.
Exactly, right. And mine is like, no, you're not eating during practice. Like, this isn't leisure hour. Like, this is official. Like, we're gonna win, right? Like, we're here to try. And so like they don't get pop, because like no football player, no basketball player like is drinking pop. Like, if they came to me and were like, hey, can we have Gatorade? I'm like, dude, sure, right? Like, if you're working that hard, like, you need to get it, great. But
I'm going to ask you some leading questions.
Yeah.
So most people would sit there and go, if you can drink beer while you play a sport, it's not a sport.
Sure.
But you and I both golf.
Yeah. So does John Daly.
You drink beer golfing?
Yeah.
I do too.
Yep.
Is golf a sport?
It is, but I do it as a hobby.
I do it as a hobby too.
Right.
Now, let me ask you something. As both a golfer and a bowler,
Yeah.
what is more physically taxing? Bowling a tournament or playing 9 or 18?
Oh, bowling a tournament.
Why?
Oh man, it's a mental game on you. It's physically on your body, right? People don't understand. Like, it's funny if you're doing it right.
Mhm.
You can do it in the fun. Hey, I'm just throwing a ball, but like if you're bending your knee and forcing that shot and throwing everything into it, like you're doing it. Like it wears your body, man.
There's
like,
a lot of technique to it.
it very much, right? Like, and the same with golf. Like, hey, we go up there and we just hit a shot, but like if we had to rip one, right? Like, it's a whole different. Like, if you're doing it as the sport itself, it is a whole different story than just going to shoot the shit. And I my back's killing me right now, and so like I wasn't bending, I wasn't doing much. Like, yeah, the ball was still going out and I still shot well, but like it's not what I could have done, right? Like, so
Well, I can say this as somebody who didn't have a lot of respect for bowlers until my daughter became a bowler. And once you go and actually watch them work at their craft, that's a sport. They work really hard to hit their marks and bend in the right way and get a good backswing and get a good follow through. I mean, there is a lot of technique to that assholes like me that, might go throw a bowling ball one time in 4 years while they're drinking don't understand, because if my ball goes in the gutter, who gives a fuck?
Right.
But a real bowler, I mean, that's a big deal.
Oh, yeah, if mine doesn't, I'm pissed, right? Like, it's something, and that's like, again, everybody can say, oh, I've shot a 250. Yeah, congrats. Like, I've also driven 350 yards. Like, like we've all had lucky things happen, right? Like, now do it 20 times in a row every time, right? Like, that's a whole different story. And like in golf, I've had a great shot, right? I've hit it, but 99% of my other shots absolutely right.
You live for those 1 or 2.
A gutter ball is like losing a golf ball in the woods, right? Like, yeah, it happens, whatever, and you just go and shoot the next shot. Like, when you're in the sport of it, you don't gutter, right? Like, so that's kind of the whole thing. So, so I got busy with that. I say I'd like to go on vacation. We're still trying to work on it. I might go over the Christmas to New Year break, but my Detroit Lions, who are 8-2 right now, are playing in Dallas, and so I might go visit a buddy in Houston and go watch a game. So
I was texting a buddy on Sunday, and I really thought the Bears would win until that touchdown that Goff drove him down the field in like 90 seconds.
Dude, that was
so my buddy's texting me going, we're still gonna fucking lose. We suck so bad. We just played like shit today. I'm like, dude, the Bears are gonna Lions it right now. I'm telling you that right now. He goes, we still got to get in the end zone. I'm like, yeah, they're gonna get in the fucking end zone.
Yeah.
And when Tyler Scott missed that fucking bomb, I'm like, yeah, this game's over. And he goes, well, they still have to score. I'm like, dude, I'm telling you right fucking now, they're gonna score in like a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he texted me, he goes, "Oh, I don't know how you knew that." I know that because I've been watching this team for 2 fucking years, and these coaches that they have are dog shit.
Yeah.
They ran the ball twice up the middle with a 9-man front.
Dude, it was insane, right? Like they did it like an end zone defense.
Yeah.
Right. And I was like, wow. Because it was almost like they were just trying to run the clock. And I was like, you have 3 minutes and 12 seconds. Like, what are you doing?
If they had run a play action pass on first or second down,
man,
they get a first down.
Yep.
If Tyler Scott doesn't fucking fall on the way to that ball,
Yeah.
they win the game.
Yep.
And of course,
it's funny because the Lions in me, right?
Yeah.
Is like, well, fuck. That's guaranteed to be a pass interference, and he's nowhere near him. And I was like, wait, a flag didn't come out? Like, wait.
Well, because I am a huge Bears fan, I've been listening to Sports Talk for 2 days, and the talk on Chicago Sports Talk Radio is the Bears have turned into the Lions. They're lionsing all over the place because the Lions have become a verb.
Yeah.
Because they find ways to lose in games that they should never fucking lose.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the Bears right now.
Oh.
And of course, I'm just sitting there, again, I don't know if Fields is a good quarterback. I have no fucking idea because he has the worst fucking coaching in the world. So should they draft a new quarterback next year? Maybe.
Yeah.
I don't fucking know. I know that what I've seen of Caleb Williams doesn't make me excited.
No.
He's not that great. Now, maybe he will be in the pro game. I don't know.
Sure.
I know I watched the Notre Dame game and he looked like ass. He looked like ass, I think, against Oregon. And he looked like ass against UCLA.
Yeah. And, I think, I was just watching and Steelers just got rid of their defense or
offensive coordinator.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, right. So,
first time they fired an offensive or a coach during the season since like the 40s.
Yeah. And I was like, all right, like things are changing. I mean, and watching, dude, I literally, I mean, like there's zero reason we should have lost to the Bears, right?
Yeah, zero.
The
Lions are a better team. They're not a little bit better. They're miles better.
Better than where we were. And better than the Bears. But like, I'm sitting here going, all right, like if we kept that game close, like, we suck, right? Like absolutely still say we suck, right? And these people are like, oh, we're going to the Super Bowl. And I'm like,
yeah,
dude,
that's not happening.
Did you watch the Kansas City and Philly game? Like Philly's like we wouldn't put up points against that right now, right?
The thing that worries me about the Lions, and again, I have no horse in this race.
Yeah.
The Eagles are better.
God, yeah.
The Niners are better.
Oh.
And the Cowboys they may very well be better.
We're gonna find out.
So at best, they're the third best team in the conference.
Yeah.
If they make it to the Super Bowl, they're very blessed.
Yeah.
But they're still a year or two away, as far as I'm concerned. You have to make some moves, and the defense has not been good in weeks.
Yeah, I don't see us winning our first. I don't see us winning our first playoff game. I mean,
I think they'll win their first playoff game.
We'll find out. But
again, they've never won one in my daughter's life.
Right?
They've won one in your life.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, in like 92 or something.
91.
Right? Yeah, 91. Yeah. But we have to stay healthy. We have to do that type of stuff. But, I think we'll get there. It's just gonna take time, and ticket prices are astronomical right now.
Yeah,
like
as they should be.
A friend of mine selling seats for Thanksgiving's game for $400 a ticket, and I was like, oh, jeez.
You want to go to a game?
No.
They play the Bears in December.
Yeah.
Tickets are going to be cheap as shit because nobody wants to go to a Bears game.
Yeah, but Lions fans are travel. I will give. So, all right.
NFL teams travel.
Here's what my problem is, right? I've been a Lions fan. Mm-hmm. And you're about the only person that knows this type. Like my other hat I was wearing before, my Bucks and Brews hat, right, is a Lions hat. And everybody's like, oh, Lions. And I was like, I've wore this crap ass hat for 50 years and nobody says anything about it. And now all of a sudden it's like it bothers me.
They come out of the woodwork.
Dude, it's insane. It's like, dude, have I talked shit about my own team? Yes. And I'm still talking shit, saying we're not gonna but I am what's called a true fan, right? I haven't given up, but I'm not gonna say, hey, we're gonna win everything, right? Like it's just not who I am. Even if we won the Super Bowl, I'd be like, hey, freak accident.
As excited as I was in 2016,
mm-hmm.
There was a huge part of me that did not think the Cubs could win the World Series.
Nobody thought they could.
And in all honesty, I mean, Dawn kept asking me, especially during the playoff run, she's like, why is this so important? I'm like, because it will never be this team again.
Yeah.
Everything changes once the World Series is over, because you knew Fowler wasn't coming back. You knew Ross was retiring. The team was going to be drastically different in 2017.
Yeah.
And this was the team I loved. This was the team I wanted to win.
Oh, dude, it was same with me and my Tigers, right?
Yeah.
And we get swept by freaking San Fran.
Yeah.
And I mean that was my dream.
Yeah.
Right? Like plain and simple. I fell in love with the entire team, right?
And you just want them to succeed because you feel like you're a part of it.
Yeah. And now it's, dude, I couldn't tell you half the guys that we, Badu, right? Because I've heard the name, but like I couldn't tell you half of my Tigers right now, and I follow, but I mean I'm
Not
just,
closely.
right. I don't know, it's hard for me. So, all right. So you go on this cruise, you come back, and did you give your mom her bottle of tequila yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
She'll get it Thursday. I got another story on her, but keep going.
Are you going down there for Thanksgiving?
So she has to have eye surgery.
Yeah. Let's say.
And it was scheduled for last Thursday.
Yeah, I remember this.
So I got a little pissed off. I love my mother. I really do.
Yeah.
But she's kind of a pain in the ass. So she has this surgery scheduled. I had to take her to the appointment down in Kalamazoo because she had to be dilated.
Yep.
So I do. And then they say, well, we do our surgeries up at the Walker Surgical Center. And she says to me, and I quote, well, if it was down here, I could have somebody take me. But since it's up there, you're going to have to come and pick me up and drive me all the way up there and then bring me back home.
Great.
So I need to leave my house to drive to Plainwell to pick you up, to drive all the way up to Walker,
Yeah.
to take you all the way back down to Plainwell. And then I have practice that night. I have to drive all the way up to Coopersville and then back to my house.
Yeah.
Yep. You have to do it. Okay. Whatever. And then I have an 8:00 appointment the next morning in Kalamazoo that you have to come and take me to. And I hear that for like 4 days straight when I get back. And by the fourth day, I lost my shit.
Yeah.
And I said, listen, stop fucking reminding me.
Yeah.
I'm an adult. I'm 46 years old. It's on my fucking calendar. Plus, you told me if shit was down there, you could find somebody to fucking take you. So why is it my responsibility? I was just off of work for over a week. I have to take fucking Thursday off to take you to your surgery. And now you want me to give up a Friday as well. Well, I guess I could ask someone.
Thanks.
Could you fucking please?
That'd be nice.
It wasn't even the fact that I had to do it. It was the fact that she wouldn't even ask.
Yeah.
So she finds somebody to take her. Fine. Great. Neighbor's going to take her. So I pick her up. We go to her surgery. They take her back. They finally come and get me. So I come back and I'm in there and now the shit show starts. Anesthesiologist comes in. So I see you have COPD here. That's news to me. I didn't know she had COPD. I'm not surprised, mind you, because I know she smokes like a goddamn chimney.
Yeah.
But nobody's told me. And the anesthesiologist goes, do you still smoke the cigars? Oh, once in a while. I said, don't fucking lie.
Yeah.
All the time. She smokes them all the fucking time.
Yeah. She did it while we were on the way in here.
So, oh, okay. Surgeon comes in. Now, you have to lay on your right side, right? Nope, can't do that. He goes, what do you mean you can't do that? She goes, I can't do that. I'm just not.
Yeah.
He goes, all right, well, do you not want to have this procedure done? Because if you don't lay on your right side, then the success rate drops 10%.
Yeah.
Well, I can't do that. I have too much scar tissue on my ear from blowing herself up,
right,
from smoking. And he goes, all right, well, I'm sure we could get you a donut or something to put your ear in. Have you tried that? She goes, well, I blew myself up. That wasn't the question. The question was, could you do this? Now I'm getting pissed.
Right.
So I'm finally like, fuck it. I got to leave. I'm like, listen, I'm on a conference call at this moment, mind you. And I'm like, listen, I got to go take this call.
You guys.
Good luck. I love you. I'll see you when you're done. She goes, okay. I give her a kiss. I go to finish my call. This is about 1:10. It's an hour procedure. They're scheduled to take her back at 1:15. My call with my boss ends at 1:35.
Yeah.
They come and get me at 1:40. So I walk into the recovery area and the doctor's just standing there and they start wheeling her in. And he goes, how are you? And I said, I don't know. Why don't you tell me?
Just say it.
We can't do this. I'm like, what do you mean? Well, she's thrashing around too much. She can't stop coughing. She's just all over the place. My anesthesiologist doesn't feel good about giving her anything because, you know, I have a very small room to work with here. I mean, it's her eyeball.
Yeah.
And I can't do this operation with any certainty that I won't blind her.
Right.
Okay. And he's apologizing. I'm like, there's nothing for you to apologize for. You need to do what you think is in your best interest because you're the professional here.
Yeah.
So I go and I sit down next to her and she's just a bitch and a moaning. Well, he's going to have to take another day off of work and I'm going to have to get another clearance. Now I'm angry because you've wasted my entire fucking day because you don't do anything that they need you to do. Had she told them I'm a chronic smoker that chain smokes, they probably would have said, you know what, we can't give her a little bit of sedation.
Yeah.
We need to put her under.
Yep.
But she didn't tell them that. She just ignores everything that she needs to tell them. So now I'm going to have to fucking give up another day of work to come and do this shit. So I take her home and I dump her off and I'm fucking furious.
Yeah.
I ended up coming back to the business and getting a hug from Dawn because I was just so fucking livid. And again, I love my mom, but stop fucking lying to people.
Yep.
You smoke constantly. It's a goddamn chimney. Just fucking tell everybody, would you please?
Well, and, you know, it's so hard because, you know, you need to be honest with your doctor so that way they know how to treat things because
Yes.
otherwise, as he said, like I give the guy respect. Like he could have done it, got the money and got her blind and she, you know, hey, whatever, this happened. Like, no, you have to, like the book says, hey, if you're this is what you need, right?
Yeah.
I mean, they've done all these studies, they've done everything to this. Like, yeah, I think that's a frustration. Sorry you're going through that.
All I hear from her all the time is my allergies, my allergies. It ain't your fucking allergies. It's your habitual smoking. I lived in that house with her for 22 years.
Yeah.
I coughed all the time. It's all I fucking did. Dawn thought that I was going to die because I coughed so much. I had friends that, you know, like Jessica that I went and saw in Miami.
Yeah.
She thought like I was a smoker because of how bad I fucking coughed. I've never smoked a goddamn cigarette in my life. I never will. They're gross.
Yeah.
But I always sounded like I had a smoker's cough because she smoked so much around me.
Yeah, chain smoke. So yeah, secondhand smoke is crazy.
Yeah.
So, when's the next vacation?
Vacation? No idea.
You didn't book another cruise on the cruise?
We have nothing planned because I'm so goddamn broke.
Let's say. Oh, so speaking of broke, you leave soon.
I do. I leave on Friday.
Yeah.
Because I can't be broke enough. I have to go break myself even more.
Say good for you.
I'm gonna go see Mark Hamill on Friday.
Yeah.
And I am pretty excited about it, but I'm also having a lot of anxiety about it.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping everything goes smoothly and I get to do whatever I need to do while I'm out there and want to do. Yeah, after that, there's nothing because again, I'm paying off like $16,000 of medical debt right now.
Oh.
And every time I turn around, there's more fucking bills.
Yep.
Like my mom wanted to do something for us. So while we were in Cozumel, then one of, you know, they have a bunch of shops and shit down there. So we laid on this bamboo bed.
Yeah.
It's comfy as shit. I damn near fell asleep laying on it. And, you know, I can't sleep without my mask.
Right.
So it was really comfortable. We've had our sleep number for over 10 years. It's not fucking comfortable.
Yeah.
I don't sleep well anymore. And Dawn's like, what do you think? And I'm like, it's expensive, but I mean, if it lets us sleep.
Yeah.
So I finally said to my mom, I'm like, listen, you always want to get us something, buy me a fucking bed.
Yeah.
So she bought the bed for me. So I'll have it, I don't know, sometime the end of this week.
Nice. Well, I say, you know, it's funny because I tell people this all the time. Like, you spend a third of your life in bed.
Mm-hmm.
You, on the other hand, right, a little bit more because you'll lay there and work.
Yeah, I work from there.
Like, and it's one of the things people cheap out the most on.
Always.
Right? Like, you spend more time in your bed than you do your car.
Yeah.
And you'll drop 40 grand on a fucking vehicle, but you won't spend $1,000 or $2,000 on a fucking mattress that is worth it, right? Like, it just blows my mind that people are like that. I'm like, man.
We got a split king.
Yeah.
So she's got the firmness that she wants, and I have the firmness that I want because I like my bed more firm.
Yeah.
And it's adjustable, so it goes up and down, head and feet, and it's got the massage function in it. It's $5,000 bed.
Yeah.
but I'm gonna love the damn thing when we have it put together.
It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
Say, well, you're getting the bamboo one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Bamboo sheets, bamboo mattress pad, bamboo everything.
There you go. Let's say, well, that'll be good. That'll be good for you.
And
No,
honestly, it's like what you said. Everybody doesn't think that, hey, I need to really care about what I'm sleeping on.
Oh.
But we sleep for a third of our day.
Yep.
And if you get shitty sleep,
even
you're an asshole.
Even if you sleep for, 4 hours, right? Because
Yeah.
everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, I only sleep 4 hours a day." Okay. And you're not investing in that 4 hours. Like, there's certain, you'll go spend hundreds of dollars on a steak that takes you 1 hour to eat, right? I want a tomahawk.
Takes an hour.
You know what I'm saying? Like, but you're at the restaurant, like the time, like the whole entire
Yeah.
time.
Yeah.
A normal, if I'm out with you, right? I mean, it's going to take, by the time we order, do stuff, it'll be an hour worth of
easily,
time,
yeah.
right? Like, and I'm spending a minimum 4 hours sleeping, right? Like, it just blows my mind how people don't understand that.
That's one place where you should really spoil yourself.
You should, and if you can afford it, right? I understand there's getting by, and then there's, hey, like, this is the thing I should be saving for. I have a beautiful mattress. I'll give them a shout out, right? I have a Tufted Needle, right? Emerson, my daughter, she would always sleep with us or do whatever, and she's like, "Oh, but your mattress is so much better." Fuck. So I buy my kid a Tufted Needle. Yeah, but I like your blanket. So then my wife's going to buy a down fucking comforter for her. Like, she has everything, and I'm like, good, get out of my bed because you have your own, right? Like, this is what it is, and plain and simple is, hey, you have this, right? Like, you can't tell me there's anything different between yours and mine, except for the fact that you were taking my spot.
When you slept in the bed on the cruise,
yeah,
it's fine.
Yeah.
I slept better on the cruise than I do at my house.
You had a bamboo on the cruise?
No, it was just the bed that they have.
Gotcha.
But I slept better on that bed than I do at my house in my sleep number.
Yeah.
Because again, it's over 10 years old.
Yep. Oh, and so you should, I mean, my Tufted Needle right now is, the problem, I hate the warranty aspect because, like, everything has to, like, sync. But I can tell you, like, I lay on my wife's side and it's way more firm than what mine is because, like, I'm a big dude and, like, I roll and toss and so I beat mine up, but still measures. But, like, if you like, I'm gonna go replace it with the exact same one because I loved how it first came out, right? I'm doing me wrong. I think it's been quite a while. I don't know. I don't remember exactly when we got it. I want to say maybe when we moved in, so 8 years now.
Yeah.
And so it's time, right? And we're talking about maybe trying the purple one or something like that for something else. But
I have a purple pillow, a couple purple pillows.
you like it?
Yeah, I do. I like their pillows. Now you can't do this with the mattress, of course, but with the pillows, you can adjust how much filling is in them. So you just take out whatever you don't want in it, which is really nice because the one I work under is full.
Yeah.
But the one I sleep on has like a grocery bag full of filling that's in the, cabinet because I don't need all that.
Yeah. Huh. No, I say, it's just those types of things. Like I spend a little bit more money on my beds. My buddy has a, what is it, Tempur-Pedic remote, like the fucking $10,000 thing where it like adjusts and the base has all this. And I was like, all right, like, good for you, man.
Well, see, and that's one of the things that pulled us to this. Like, we could have gotten a sleep number that adjusted, but I didn't want to spend that at the time.
Right.
And this one, it fully adjusts. And I like to be in my bed.
Yeah.
Especially, when I'm winding down for the day. It's just more comfortable for me than the living room.
Oh, gotcha.
And Dawn can't be on her stomach, so she has to sit up in bed, which means she's just sitting straight up and she's not comfortable.
Right.
Well, now she can just raise her side of the bed and I don't have to worry about it because she'll be comfortable.
I say, yep. And it won't affect you.
Right.
Sorry, my brain is running a million miles an hour all of a sudden. So, I wanted to also talk a little bit about some real estate stuff, right? Things that are happening. I'm seeing quite a bit more foreclosures out there, right? I'm dealing with a tenant issue currently, right? Tenant didn't pay, told me they would. And so, I called you last night because I was just fucking angry, right? Like, don't lie to me. Don't lie straight to my face and expect that you're going to get away with it, right? And so, I'm probably going to be going through my second eviction in my 13-year career. And it sucks.
We don't ask for a lot. But be honest.
Yep.
Because in all honesty, I mean, that's no different than what I'm dealing with my mother.
Yep.
Because you keep lying to me, telling me, you're not smoking or you don't smoke a lot or whatever the fuck it is. Don't fucking insult my intelligence. I'm not an idiot.
Yep.
Just tell me the fucking truth. I'll respect you a whole lot more. And I mean, that's where you're at right now is the person's just not being fucking honest with you.
Yep.
And you would be a whole lot happier if they just came to you and said, listen, dude, I don't have your money and I'm not going to.
Yep. 100%. Right. I would have been like, okay. Hey.
Instead of saying, hey, I'll have it tomorrow, or hey, I'll have it next week, or hey, the check's in the mail. Because those are all bullshit.
That's exactly it. Right. And hey, at that point, like I'm willing to work with you. Hey, I'm supposed to give you 30 days. What do you think you need? Well, I could do, whatever. And I'd probably work with it and go, hey, I'm gonna still give you the 30 day. And if you're not out by this time, like then I'll go for the eviction, right?
Yep.
But like I'll fight it one more quick time, right? But no, now see ya, have a good day. Like, just don't lie.
Yeah, you're just over it at this point.
Yeah, very much. I say Thanksgiving. I have I'm going to be smoking a turkey, which means it's 8 to 22 pounds. So I think it's 10 hours or 9 hours. I'll be smoking a turkey and drinking a beer or two, and yeah.
No turkey for me this Thanksgiving.
Mm.
Thanksgiving is one of my favorite holidays. Not because I like Thanksgiving, but I like the food and I like the time with family and stuff. What do you think?
I don't love it.
It's different.
Yeah.
But I love it. But with me leaving on Friday, there's no reason for me to have Dawn go through all of that.
Right.
When the leftovers, I'm not going to be home till late Sunday.
Yeah. Like
6 o'clock.
I forget. So I know Dawn's vegan.
Yeah. Vegetarian, but yeah.
Just same shit. Does she eat like stovetop chicken flavor stovetop? No.
Cornbread.
Okay. Oh.
We get the cornbread stovetop.
No, sir. No, sir.
And she won't eat the gravy at all. She makes her own gravy.
That's the fucking stupid. You know what? I don't want homemade gravy. Okay. Unless that gravy is like the thickest gravy. I don't want this like liquidy gravy. I want like a solidy gravy.
Well, I mean,
right?
she does doctor it up.
And Courtney knows specifically, like, I don't like turkey. I don't mind turkey gravy. I'm a fat guy. I like all gravy, but I love beef gravy. Okay. I want like the black beef gravy. So she got me a can of the gravy I like. And so Thursday I'm having a traditional one, right? With normal stuffing and turkey and whatever else, that goes for it. And then Saturday we're having another one. It's gonna be a brisket and homemade noodles and other it's a whole different type of Thanksgiving. And so I'm like, all right, that sucks, but I'm fine with it. Like I just hate being busy around the holidays.
We're doing Thanksgiving for Christmas.
Are you?
Yeah. That way. So my mother's new surgery date's the 7th. And she has to keep her face down for 2 weeks. So she can't really do anything.
Yep.
Which is why another reason we weren't going to have Thanksgiving, because we were going to have to go to her.
Yeah.
But if she does that on the 7th, by the 21st, she's moving again.
Yep.
So we're going to push it to then. And we did chili yesterday we made.
Okay. Because
my mother likes my chili. So that's usually a Christmas thing. We either do chili or lasagna.
Yeah.
So we'll have that on Thursday. And
homemade lasagna or?
Yeah, always.
Okay.
So I haven't told you this story on the way back. And no shade to Liz, because, just one of Caitlin's best friends, and I love Liz.
Yeah, okay. That's who went on the trip.
That's who went on the trip with us. So, but Liz fucking pissed me off. I don't think she knows how much she pissed me off, because I literally didn't say a fucking word to her on the last day.
Yeah.
So Liz is constantly late to everything.
Oh no.
And I fucking it drives me insane if I have to be on Liz time.
Yeah. Oh, I couldn't do it.
No.
Yeah.
So both Dawn and I sent a text to Liz on the Wednesday night that the cruise was ending. So it ended on Thursday morning.
Mm-hmm.
We are leaving our room by 7:30 tomorrow morning. Nick, what is the latest I'm leaving my room?
7:20.
knowing me.
Yeah.
So of course, Dawn and I, we didn't sleep a whole lot the night before. We were up at like 4 a.m.
Yep.
So at 6 a.m. when Windjammer opened, we went and got some breakfast. We got
Are
done.
they all called Windjammer?
Yeah.
Okay.
All of the buffets are Windjammer.
Okay.
We get done with that. We go back to the room, get our phones, go up on the pool deck so we can handle. She's handling some business. I'm handling some other shit. And
Oh yeah, you guys seen me on the cruise. I mean, once we got to fucking service, I strictly was business, right?
Yeah.
Like it was.
yeah,
It sucked. I would like to do another cruise now in my new state of life, and
where you don't have to worry quite as much.
yeah, I think I'd do a heck of a lot better.
I think you'd really enjoy it if you weren't so focused on work.
Yeah, and at the time, right, I was working like crazy, and you know, I just do my phone. Like we were standing in line trying to get off the boat, and I'm sitting here, you know, just phone call, like text, email. Like I worked like crazy.
I really hope we're still fucking recording.
You and me both, my friend.
I can't close this fucking window.
But anyway,
it's
so
making me wonder.
7:30, you're leaving the room, and that's the time you're leaving. Now it's leaving the room. It's not the time that you're meeting up. It's when you're leaving the room.
Correct.
So she can go walk the whole boat.
So about 6:50 or so,
Yeah.
we stopped by their room. Caitlin had texted me the night before to say, "Hey, I have my alarm set for 6:30."
Oh, okay.
Cool. So I kind of want to stop this right now, restart my computer, and then start up again.
Yeah, we can do that.
Just because I'm not sure we're fucking doing anything because we're so frozen.
Yeah.
All right, hang on half a sec, people. If you're with us, stay with us. So as I was saying, since you know we had to pause there for the computer issues,
Right.
we told Liz we're leaving the room by 7:30.
Yeah.
So we see Caitlin about 6:50, and we're like, "Hey, how's it looking?" She's like, "Yeah, everything's fine. You know, we're starting to move." I'm like, "Cool." At 7:05, Dawn and I are like, "Yeah, we're good. Let's go."
Yeah.
So I sent Caitlin a message. I'm like, "Hey, we're going down early. We'll let you know if we get off the boat before 7:45, because 7:45 was the time they said you could get off the boat, right?"
Yeah.
So we get down there, and they're letting us off at 7:20. Cool. Send Caitlin a message, let her know. She calls us as we get off of the boat onto the, you know, upstairs area of the gangway.
Yeah.
Liz is upset. Why? Because I didn't wake her up in enough time to eat.
Okay.
Liz is an adult.
So she could have set an alarm.
She could have. Well, she's mad at me. I'm like, all right, fine, whatever. I'm like, you need to get your ass down here. If you don't get your ass down here, I'm leaving you.
Right.
And you can get your own fucking lift.
Yeah.
I have a plane to catch. So we get off of the boat and out, you know, onto the road, and I get a hold of Caitlin, and she's all upset because now Liz has said, "Well, if we had to get our own ride, why did I have to skip breakfast?" Nobody told you to skip breakfast. You didn't wake up, obviously, with enough time to eat breakfast. That's not my problem.
Right.
Go to the promenade, grab a fucking sandwich. Let's go.
Yeah.
I'm like, listen, I'm not going to leave you, but at the same time, if it gets too long, I'm going to leave you.
Right.
You need to figure it out. She's like, all right. I'm like, where are you? She goes, well, I'm waiting on 4 for her. Cool. I get a phone call from Caitlin a little bit later. I guess Liz passed me. I don't know how, but she passed me in the line, so I guess she's off the boat.
Oh, no.
I'm like, okay, well, you need to get the fuck off the boat then. I said, let me know when you're getting to where they are going to scan your face, and at that point, I will call the lift. And she goes, okay. At this point, Dawn's annoyed, so she calls Liz.
Yeah.
And Liz goes, well, I just got off the boat, but I'm waiting for Caitlin down here because I didn't know where she was. So they're talking for a minute, and she's like, oh, I see Caitlin now. Cool. So they get off the phone. So Caitlin texts me when, you know, she's getting to be scanned.
Yep.
So I call the lift. It's 8 minutes away. I see Caitlin walk out the door. She doesn't have anybody with her. She's by herself. Now I'm fucking furious. Dawn goes over to the other side of the, you know, road there.
Yep.
And they're over there for like 3 minutes. And then Caitlin comes back to our side. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Well, I never found Liz. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean you didn't find Liz? I don't know where she is. I'm like, you know how pissed off I am right now, right? And she goes, uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, okay, that's all I'm going to fucking say. Dawn finally found Liz after like 2 more minutes and got her, over to where we were. And then like 2 minutes later, the lift shows.
Yeah.
And Liz is complaining that it's all Caitlin's fault.
Okay.
And Dawn basically says, listen, you both have to take some blame here. Because yes, Caitlin could have told you what the plan was. But I know for a fact that both David and I texted you to tell you what time we were leaving. Did you not get that text? And she goes, I don't think I got any text. So she goes and looks. She had a text for both of us that said what fucking time we were leaving. And she goes, well, I guess I missed this.
Yeah.
You think? Dude, I was fucking furious.
Yeah.
First off, I'm very protective of my daughter.
Right.
But I also look at this as these girls are both knocking on 30 years old.
Oh, easily.
You can figure out how to set your own motherfucking alarm.
Yep.
Especially if people have told you what time we're leaving. Now, if Caitlin didn't offer up that information, that is absolutely on Caitlin. But Dawn and I both offered up that information. We're leaving by 7:30.
Yep.
Get your ass moving.
What time is your guys' flight?
Our flight was at, I want to say we boarded at like 9:50.
Oh shit. Okay, yeah. So you have to move.
Yeah, and I think it was taking off at like 10:30 or something,
Yeah.
10:40.
Yeah.
So yeah, I didn't have a lot of time to fuck around in the morning. So Nick, we got out of the building or out of the boat at 7:40. We didn't get them until 8:35.
Oh, I would have been pissed.
It started raining at 8:20. I stood in the rain for 15 minutes getting drenched. You know how pissed I was, right?
Oh yeah, dude. That's I say that's no good. I think and you didn't talk to her the whole entire time?
No, luckily we didn't fly the same flights. We flew Delta, they flew Southwest.
Oh, okay.
So literally it was basically from the time Liz finally found us until we dropped them off at the Southwest gate, which was before our gate.
Yeah.
That was the only 25 minutes maybe. That was the only opportunity. And I wasn't talking because I was pissed.
Right. Why'd they fly separate? Okay.
So Liz wanted to find their flights.
Okay.
So I let Caitlin handle it. Well, when we went to Cincinnati, we had that issue where, can this fat guy fit in the seat?
Yeah. So you got a flight voucher.
So yeah, we got $300 of credit, 150 for each me and Dawn.
Yeah.
And I said to Caitlin, I'm like, well, listen, I can use my vouchers on you. I said, Liz is still gonna have to pay for the flight, but you won't because it's my fucking voucher.
Yeah.
I said, we can at least get you down there. And then if Liz wants to find a way back, that's fine. I don't give a shit. Maybe 8 weeks before we were set to leave, I finally said to Caitlin, I'm like, what are the plans to travel back? And she goes, I don't know. Liz hasn't figured anything out yet.
Oh, no.
So I used the rest of the credit on flights back for them because Liz didn't figure anything out. And again, Liz is a very nice girl.
Sure.
She's just not real proactive on doing shit.
Yeah. That sucks.
I got no time. I want to get shit done. I want to know what things are. I don't want to play around.
Yep.
I texted you because on the way down there, I decide, okay, I'm flying on my own.
Yep.
I need to make sure I can fit in the seat with the arm down.
Yep.
So I tried and I could fit the seatbelt and I was really excited because, I've been dropping some weight. And then on the way back, I tried as well, which I could fit in the seat with the seat down, but the belt didn't fit.
Right.
Which it wasn't because I gained weight, because I actually lost weight on the cruise.
Nice.
It's just different seatbelts on different planes.
Yeah. No, let's say that's it's as a big guy, it's always our little fear, right?
Yeah.
Say, I've been doing well on my weight loss, and I don't know. I mean, you got me a new shirt, and
I did.
It's fitting a little loose, so I'm pretty happy about that. But, I think it's just an educational thing, right? You miss a flight once, like so we talked about it earlier. I'm coaching, right?
Yeah.
And these kids think I joke around. Like, I know I'll get in trouble, but like, I'm going to teach you a lesson, right? So like our first tournament is 2 weeks from now, like the weekend or whatever. And, I'm going to get on the bus and it's going to leave at 8:15. If you're on it, awesome. If you're not on it, not my problem.
Yeah.
Right. Like, I'm going to count how many are there. And that's what I'm going to have. Right. Like, plain and simple. It's not going to be, you're going to drive yourself. You're going to figure out your own ride after that. But this is when our ride leaves. Right. And you will come dressed and prepared. And if you walk in without us, we'll have a conversation, won't we? So, I don't know. Life is, dude, like the holiday season's here. We're gonna definitely do an episode on budgeting again for the holidays.
Absolutely.
Oh, I wanted to ask you an update on
Yeah.
your pallets. How's that going? I really enjoyed the one pallet pull that you had.
We're gonna talk about that.
I'm excited to hear about this.
So Vanessa and I went to another pallet party
Yeah.
because we saw the pallet party they did in October.
Okay.
And people just got a shit ton of stuff.
Yeah.
So we're like, fuck it. I think we need to do this again. So we still went with the 350 pallet, which we got way less on the 350 pallet because there was only 4 of us.
Okay.
So, okay, fine, whatever. But I thought we had some really good pulls. Like one of the first things we got was one of those countertop ice makers.
Yeah.
That retails at $216.
Everybody loves those.
Loves those. So yeah. I was really excited about that pull. And you get to a point where some things you can kind of figure out what's in the box, and some things you just have no fucking idea.
Yeah.
So I get this big, heavy ass box. And we picked it because it was heavy.
Yeah.
And at that point, it's just a crapshoot.
Yep. You're hoping that it's metal and you could scrap it.
It's something.
Right.
So the day before, I had found a post on one of the, what did I get on my pallet pages on Facebook?
Yeah.
And this person was talking about this full-size sex doll that they got that retailed at $4,500 and they sold it for $2,500.
Jeez.
I shit you not, Nick. So Vanessa and I were joking all Saturday and Sunday, because Sunday was the pallet party.
Yeah.
About we need a full-size sex doll because I want to make $2,000.
Yeah.
So I picked this heavy fucking thing.
Yeah.
And we get back to break room and we start bringing shit in, and Vanessa's really interested in what's in this big heavy fucking box.
Yep.
So
you didn't open it there?
No, we opened it here. So she opens it, and I bring and I put something down, and she goes, "You've got to be kidding me." And I kind of craned my neck over and I looked and I go, "Are those tits?" She goes, "You've got to be kidding me." I'm like, "Those are fucking tits." And I grab them out of the box, and sure enough, they're a pair of tits with a neck that you put on.
Yeah. It's like a bodysuit.
Except it literally only covers from neck to just below your tits.
Sure.
And a couple of the employers are like, "How the fuck do you sell that?" And I'm like, "Drag queens."
There you go.
And Don goes, "Oh, I can sell this."
Yeah.
So Don Don didn't, but the staff took a picture of me holding them up to myself. Mind you, I had them upside down. If you go back and look at the picture, they're upside down because the neck hole's at the bottom. And then
David doesn't know how boobs work.
I didn't realize there was a neck for them. I could appreciate that they were boobs, but I didn't know what really I was looking at the time. So Dawn actually put them on so she could get a good picture.
Yeah.
So if you ever want to see my wife with humongous tits.
Yeah. And these were like, A cups or B cups or C cups.
No, they were. I think we decided they were somewhere between K and L.
These were
they were
these
huge.
are some big knocks.
If you had these in real life, you're getting breast reduction because nobody's back is going to hold up to these.
Oh gosh, yeah.
So Dawn took pictures and she put them on Squad Betty.
Yeah.
And
which we had a guest that talked about. Yeah,
we did. And literally people started blowing her up.
Really?
Because people wanted these boobs so fucking bad.
Yeah.
So they retail over $300. I got $160 for these tits.
Oh, that's not bad.
I spent $459 the entire day. So that's 35% of the pallet in those.
Yeah.
So
and you sold them in a day.
Basically.
Yeah.
We sold them in a couple of hours. The
Yeah.
first person that messaged Dawn is the person that bought them.
Okay.
She didn't come till the Wednesday, but she came the Wednesday. Dawn sends me a picture of 4 piles of $1 bills. And I'm like, this doesn't tell me any. What the fuck are you showing me?
Yeah.
What did we get like $40? And then she calls me and she goes, "No, we got 160. I'm like, then why did you just send me dollar bills? She goes, "I just thought it was funny because she had a drag show the night before, so she was paying me in the ones she got from the night before. So she had $100 bill and then $60 in ones."
Yeah.
And was just tickled pink, except for the fact that she has to redo all of her fucking clothes because her new boobs don't fit in her
huge, right? Yeah.
in her suit. So She was thrilled. I told Dawn, I'm like, we're gonna have to go to a drag show with her because I want to get a picture with the girl in my tits.
In my, yes. Those were mine. Those are mine.
So overall, I think we're negative somewhere around $800.
Okay.
So I mean, we're slowly climbing back. I think I sent it to Vanessa. The biggest problem I have right now is Vanessa doesn't have a lot of time.
Okay.
So I'm unfortunately doing all of the heavy lifting. We're $821.74 in the hole.
Okay.
And that was as of 3:00 on Saturday. So I don't know if that probably includes the two things I sold this weekend.
Sure.
So I mean, we're doing okay. I'm probably not going to buy anything for a while. I need to, get rid of more shit that I have.
Yeah. You wish you just had a bunch of knockers now. Huh?
I really kind of do. Somebody posted on that pallet page again that they have a full-size sex doll for, that retails at $2,500. And one person comments, yeah, I had one for 2 years. I just threw it in the trash. I'm like, the fuck are you doing?
They felt bad. Like, they feel awkward selling it.
Probably. I would have sold that fucking thing for 10% commission.
Yep. I say, right? And just, hey, put your name on it, right? That's no problem.
Yeah, I have no issue with I don't care.
Oh, dude, I say, right? Like,
I mean, is it a little weird? Yeah, it's a little weird because let me tell you, those boobs, Nick, probably weighed 60, 70 pounds.
that much.
They were heavy as shit.
That's crazy.
And of course, because they're not a solid piece,
yeah.
they're hard to hold up.
This is
Dawn said once she put them on, it was a lot better.
Yeah.
She goes, I couldn't imagine being in this thing for hours, but being in it for an hour would be no big deal.
right. Oh no, I say I'm glad you got them sold, and I kind of am jealous I didn't get to play with them for a second. I say,
One of our employees, I told him, I'm like, dude, you should touch him.
You gotta touch him.
And he's like, why? I'm like, because you don't know how long it's going to be till you get to touch it. A parakeet, you might as well touch him.
Right. Let's say, yeah, I was jealous I didn't get to.
Yeah.
Man,
They were honestly a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah, oh, dude, I bet. I mean, even as a fun gag gift, right? Like that's something I'd use for a white elephant gift, right?
Yeah.
And love and laugh at the person that opened it.
Well, and I guess that it wasn't the first person that bought them because a couple people, contacted Dawn right away, and she's like, "Do you want to just sell them for $100? I could sell them right now for $100." I'm like, "No, I want to know how much they are."
Right.
Because, yeah, I could lose money. It could be a $50 thing that I have to sell.
Right.
But it could also be $1,000 thing that I have to sell.
Right.
So I don't want to sell them for $100 if I could have made 5.
Yep.
So I was very happy with 160. She was very happy with 160. Everybody went home happy, and she's got a huge pair of boobs now, and
that's a great transaction.
I got $160.
I say what else is you're looking for a JV coach?
We are looking. I'm 90% sure we're looking for a JV coach.
Okay.
So our JV coach had some issues towards the end of last year. A really close friend passed away. She just got married. She's got a lot on her plate.
Sure.
And she kind of told Chris, I just don't think I have the time to devote. I don't think I can do it.
Yeah.
And he's trying to still talk her into giving us this year because, I mean, it's the end of November. It's a little late in the game to be looking for a coach. And a lot of schools are looking for JV coaches right now because nobody wants to do it.
No, dude, it doesn't pay. I mean,
it doesn't. And it's, parents are a hassle, especially at the JV level.
No, I couldn't imagine.
And so I had posted yesterday, and then of course he gets all of these messages from people, and he goes, "Did you post something?" I'm like, "Well, yeah, she quit." And he goes, "Well, we're not positive she quit yet." I'm like, "Oh, sorry for jumping the gun." So I pulled that off real quick.
Yeah.
But it does look like we might possibly need one, and
Yeah. No, I say, and the problem is it's that time of year, man.
Mm-hmm. There are still teams looking for varsity coaches.
Yeah,
like Calvin Christian hasn't hired a coach yet.
Really?
Yeah.
But what are I say to all the viewers that are still with us, we are looking to start next year off really strong. We're looking for episode topics, things that you guys want to hear. We love giving you our life updates and things that are going on, but we want to dive into a lot of financial things next year. We talked about in our economy
Mhm.
episode, where things are headed, what we're looking forward to. So we're really trying to figure out what you guys want to hear and what information you want us to give you. You met a few people on the cruise. I
did.
I love the photos of you just sticking our logo everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and I think that's amazing to me.
It'll
so-
be stuck a bunch of places in San Francisco this weekend too.
Oh, dude, just put it on like Chewbacca or something, right? And so have him walk around. I'm a Bucks and Brews kind of guy. So
I was talking to like our room attendant got yelled at by his boss one day,
really,
and he was just the nicest man.
yeah,
And I gave him some swag when I gave him his tip, and he came back literally to find out what the fuck I gave him, because I didn't talk to him about the podcast or anything. So
Right.
he wanted to know what was going on. So I told him. I gave a couple of our bottle openers to the bartenders that we really liked.
yeah,
And then some of the people on the cruise I gave stuff to. So like we're in the solarium pool, which is the adults only pool.
Yep.
And this girl's talking, she went to school in Illinois, and she had mentioned Michigan a couple times, and Dawn's listening because that's what she does.
Yeah.
And at one point she goes, yeah, I'm really pissed off. And she goes, well, you mentioned Michigan before, if you're ever near the west side of the state, then you should come to my business.
Yeah.
And she goes, well, what do you own? And she goes, well, I own Break Room Therapy. She goes, oh my God, I follow you on Instagram.
Nice.
The girl lives in South Haven.
Oh, perfect.
Her husband grew up in Jenison.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Nice. That's awesome.
So they made friends right away.
Yeah.
So Dawn got contact information and stuff. We met some really great people on the cruise. It was a lot of fun. First night, these are the things that piss us off about our wives.
Yeah.
So the first day, whatever, I started drinking immediately.
Of course.
By the time we get to trivia, I'm half in the bag.
No.
And I'm exhausted. And a drunk, tired person is the worst type of person.
Yeah.
So I lost probably an hour and a half somewhere in there that I just don't remember at all. It's just gone.
Yeah.
And we're at dinner, and Dawn had mentioned that I got cut off, and I'm feeling bad that I got cut off, because who the fuck gets cut off on a cruise?
You got cut off on a cruise. Like, that's when you're doing. Like, I never got cut off on the cruise.
Yeah, and you had 54 drinks one day.
Per day. Like, let's not cut this. Like, it was per day, okay? Like,
So-
that was my average.
I felt really bad, and Dawn got a really bad migraine that night, so she like didn't have dinner. She's like, listen, you have dinner with the girls. I'm going back to the room and lay down. I feel like shit. I'm like,
Sure.
cool. So I say to Caitlin after she leaves, I'm like, I can't believe I fucking got cut off. And she goes, well,
Yeah.
I'm like, what does well mean? She goes, well, mom cut you off. I'm like,
Oh.
what does that mean? And she goes, well, the waitress came over and asked you if you wanted to drink. And you said, fuck yeah, I want to drink. And mom goes, And she looked at mom, and mom was shaking her head no. And so she just left, and she didn't give you a drink.
Oh.
And
Okay.
I went, all right, well, that makes me feel better about my life now, because at least they didn't cut me off. My wife did it.
Right. Did you guys get the drink package, of course, again?
Yes, we did.
Yeah,
Let's
that's
talk people into it. So the night I got the bourbon, which
Yeah.
was the first night. I mean, that was the first night.
yeah.
This large black family comes in. There's probably 10 guys,
Yeah.
and they all order a shot of fucking Hennessy.
Of course.
And he brings them the bill.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah. And the bartender goes, if you had the drink package, 4 of these would have been free.
Oh.
And they go, what? And Dawn goes, you don't have the drink package? And they go, no. And I'm like, oh my God, you got to get the fucking drink package.
Yeah.
And we start selling them. They ran right out and bought the goddamn drink package.
Yeah, of course. I say if you're starting out strong, you're gonna drink the whole time.
Fuck yeah. Again, there were a couple days I had like 7 drinks,
Yeah.
but I don't have to pay for it. So I don't really give a shit.
And it didn't affect you in any way.
No, I get to do what I want to do. And that's what I want.
Yep.
I don't want to be bothered. I want somebody to come by and say, hey, do you want a drink? And whether I say water or guavarita or beer, I just want it to be covered, and they just hand it to me, and I go on about my business.
It's the best part. Is like I don't have to worry about a tab, right? Like so the restaurants as well, right? I don't have to worry about if I'm if how much dinner is, right? It's just already paid. Like that's one thing I do love about the cruise. I don't have to worry about a bill besides what I have
Well,
already.
that's why I didn't mind trying the bourbon.
Yeah.
Because, okay, the bourbon's already paid for. So if I absolutely hate it, no harm, no foul. I just leave it, which I felt bad. So I didn't leave it at the bar. I left it by the elevator. So hopefully, no kid drank it or anything. And I would blame that on the fact that I'm an asshole, but I was drunk and don't trust drunk David to do anything. We've decided that my porn name will now be my drunk name.
Okay.
So when I'm drunk, I'm just Robert LaSalle from now on.
Robert LaSalle.
Yeah. So because he does lots of shitty things anyways. He loves his wife though when he's on a cruise.
Yeah.
She starts telling me about things that happen, and I'm like, I don't remember any of
What's
it.
your best meal?
The tacos at Cozumel.
Okay.
Hands down.
Yeah, I'm telling you, dude, that's where life's at.
So full disclosure.
Yeah.
I'm now pre-diabetic.
Okay.
So because I'm pre-diabetic, my doctor's like, hey, let's get you on this shot.
Sure.
So I'm on this shot, which will help you lose weight, which is, fine. That's what Gavin and Deanna have been doing.
Yeah, actually, I talked to him at Comic-Con. I don't
Did
think
you?
we did an update because I went to Comic-Con.
Yeah, because that was the week we left.
Yeah.
So it's changed my desire to eat.
Yes, that's what it's supposed to do.
So like we get on the cruise and I would get like rice because rice is always fine, and mashed potatoes, and then I'd like get like a chicken wing.
Yeah.
And that would be what I'd eat.
Yeah.
And Dawn would be like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah, I don't really want to eat. So I'm eating because I know I need to. So like that first day, we had lunch when we got on the boat, which was like noon.
Yeah.
So I had like 2 little chicken wings and some rice and some mashed potatoes, and then I didn't eat again until dinner at 8:00 at night.
Yeah.
So I had 18 drinks between the time of lunch until then, and that's all I ate.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's no shock that I was hammered.
Oh, dude, yeah, I say like it's hard to realize, like how much food affects us, and the and the eating thing. That's why we drink and eat. We do it all. We do all things big.
We do.
I say I don't know, man. My life has been crazy busy, but I don't remember why it's so busy. Right? You ever have that?
Oh yeah, all the time.
You just man, I can't think. I can't focus. Can't do anything. Excuse me. We talked about it here. Like I got here and I finally sat down and I was like, oh man, I'm tired. Right? And you're like, well, it's because you have a thing that you actually have to do. And I was like, it's probably true, right? Like, I can go do stuff, but I've been just so busy, and the holidays are here, and so it's all right. Have to get everything set and ready and do this, and coaching takes up. Sure, I coach for an hour and a half, but I'm there 30 minutes early. I stay late, right? I mean, it's crazy like how time commitment this stuff is. So,
I've been getting a lot of phone calls lately from my father.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
The Israel-Hamas war.
Who's he? What side is he on?
Well, he's Jewish, so he's on Israel's side. And I don't like Hamas because they're doing horrible fucking things.
Yeah.
But I also don't like Netanyahu because he's a horrible fucking dictator asshole.
Yeah.
I feel really bad for the Israeli people and the Palestinian people because they're just caught in the middle of this horse shit.
Yeah.
So, he's all upset all the time. And I get it. He's pro-Israel, but he also at the same time realizes it's not Palestinian people's fault.
Right.
So he calls like right before we leave on the cruise, or maybe I called him actually. And he goes, you want to talk to your Uncle Roger? I love my Uncle Roger.
Really?
I do. And we don't talk a lot. Like if I'm out there, we talk a lot, but I haven't talked to him since I was out there in 2001.
Yeah.
So puts me on the phone with my uncle and we're talking and he's like, I miss you. I want to see you. When are you coming to see me? And I don't have the heart to say never.
Right. Right.
Because I do love my uncle.
Yeah.
And there are people in that family that are very, very nice to me.
Yeah.
But because I am a fat guy,
right,
I know the first thing I'm going to hear when I see my father is, why are you so fat?
Right.
And I don't have fucking time for that shit in my life. I just don't.
And that's kind of it. Like, my wife has been giving me credit, and I love my wife, and she's like, "Oh, Nick's doing really good in his diet." But like my mom's like, "Oh, there's the, oh, we're talking about eating potatoes," and she's like, "Oh, Nick won't eat potatoes, and I'll have a few," and she's like, "Nick won't eat potatoes." Yeah, okay, and she's like, "No, he's really trying. Like he's doing this. Like I don't know why you would say that like that, right?" And my mom is that kind of a person, right? Just judgy,
Yeah.
judgmental, and like, she's she went through the weight loss surgery, right? She was a big lady, and her thing changed, and now all of a sudden she's like a fucking. Granted, she's getting bigger, but won't say it. But like, she tries to tell everybody she's a fucking dietitian, kind of a thing, and it's like, damn, you don't know anything, right? Like, you know nothing. Like, if you did, I wouldn't be the spot I am, right? I wouldn't have been I would have been taught all these negative things, right?
Dawn was on the shop for a little while just because they gave her some samples.
Yeah,
And Dawn has always told me, I've never felt full. I've never felt hungry.
no,
I eat because I think I should eat. And when I'm emotional, I just overeat because it's there and it makes me feel better.
dude, that's it.
And when she was on the shot, I mean, it literally told her, hey, you're hungry. You should eat now.
Okay.
And when she would eat, it would say, hey, you've had enough. You should stop eating now, which are feelings she doesn't normally have.
Yeah,
Now, of course, our insurance, who I work for, will not approve it for her because she's not pre-diabetic or diabetic.
right.
So our doctors put her on pills that are similar but not doing the same thing.
Sure.
So it's helping her lose still, but it's not telling her when she's hungry or when she's full or any of that stuff.
No.
Whereas, when I'm eating, it'll tell me, hey, but we made chili.
Yeah.
When I get a bowl of chili, I get a bowl of chili.
Yeah.
And I can't fucking eat it now.
Yeah, and that's great. I mean,
Yeah.
it sucks, right? Because it's like, what, my brain doesn't understand. Your habits don't understand that your brain is saying, I can't do this.
Right.
Right. Like, and my diet is different, and I kind of like it. It's got a structure. Granted, I suck at.
Yep.
Let me be honest about this fucking diet, and I suck at it in a good way. So like I'm supposed to eat every 4 hours.
Mhm.
And as I said, my life has been fucking crazy busy. Like, dude, it's weird because like I don't remember the last time we actually talked, and I love the podcast and stuff, but I mean, we even tried quickly, and it was like, no, and it was like, okay, let's shoot for this, right? And you had texted me Monday and Tuesday, and to tell you how much my brain isn't thinking, I bowl Mondays. So if I would have texted you fucking Mondays, I would have been at bowling. You'd be like, hey, you coming? And I'd be like, no, right? Like I would have had to, because I'm sitting here just going, but like I bowl every fucking Monday now. And it's like, holy shit, like I can't even think. But anyway, so the point is how I'm doing it. I will eat. My wife made me eggs this morning at 8 a.m. or what? Yeah, 8 a.m. I'm working, doing all the stuff I have to do. I'm supposed to eat technically every 2.5 hours. Oh, sorry, yeah, it's every 2.5 hours. Excuse me. So I eat a meal, which is like 4 ounces of protein and stuff. And then 2.5 hours later, I eat 2 ounces of protein and then 4 ounces of protein. And that's how I'm supposed to structure this. And so every 2.5 hours, I'm supposed to have a meal. Okay. So again, 8 a.m., I have my fucking first meal. I'm driving, I'm figuring out, I'm like, oh shit, I have to go coach here in the next couple of minutes. So like it's 2 something.
Yeah.
And now I've missed 2 meals type things. Like I get meals and snacks is what they're called type thing. And so I stop in at the fucking butcher shop, and I was like, oh, I'm going to get a quarter pound of, because 4 ounces would be a quarter pound. I was like, hey, let me get 4 quarter pound of this jerky and a quarter pound of this jerky. And, she throws it in the bag. She's like, oh, it's just over. It's a third of a pound, near the fourth of a pound type thing. And like, she's like, is that a big deal? And I was like, no, just whatever. Is that a big deal? No, just both bags, right? I was like, honestly, I'll just keep a little bit from here, keep a little bit from the other one, and I'll have a third meal. Like I just pre-bought. I don't really give, but so now here I am. I've had my second meal. It's 2:30. Currently it's 7:30. And I haven't eaten since. Right? Like when I get yes, we can all clearly, Nick, you eat, don't fucking lie. My problem used to be that I because I wouldn't eat.
Yeah.
I would fucking go overeat. So like I'd eat 1,000, ounces of protein, right? Do it all at once. that would suffice me from breakfast to whenever the hell I ate again. Which, yeah, if I had meetings, that helped in the sense of eating. But like, no, like now I'm like, all right, hey, I do this, and with it being smaller portions, I'm supposed to be hungrier faster, kind of a thing. Like,
Mhm.
get to the point. But so when when I'm home and I can structure things and I can do things, it's so much easier. But when I'm doing my daily life, I'm not good at it. Like, I want to be clear on that. But
I mean,
so
same thing, because Dawn and I were home.
yeah,
And she's like, "What are you doing?" And I'm like, "I need to eat something because I'm going to go have a couple drinks, and I don't want to get hammered off of 2 drinks because I haven't eaten since 10:30 this morning because I'm just not hungry."
right.
So I ended up making some toast because I needed something.
Yeah.
And I really, she goes, "Do you want a bowl of chili?" No, because I don't know how to make a bowl of chili that I can eat.
We'll see. Um, you know, my suggestion to you would be grab a measuring cup, like 1 cup, and put it in and eat that, right?
Yep.
So like start training your body to eat the smaller portion. Cause like the first time we could finally eat like meat, like non-liquid protein or
Mhm.
whatever, like we made chili.
Yeah.
And we, again, just like you. So I mean, I'm fucking eating a bowl of chili, but I can only have 4 ounces type thing.
Yeah.
And technically I found out I can have a cup of chili because it has the other stuff in it. But like, so I mean, it was the Lions game. I'm watching Lions game. I start eating my fucking 4 ounces or, like small amount of chili. And then, because I measured 4 ounces, which was nothing. So I was under eating
Yeah.
at that point. And then 2.5 hours later, Lions game still on. I just get 2 ounces of chili, right? And
Yeah.
I was like, it's 4 fucking spoonfuls, but I was like, cool. I know in 2.5 hours I can eat again. So, here I have 8 spoonfuls, right? And I was like, okay. And I ate chili for 10 meals, right? In the same day or whatever you would call it. Like, and then, I ate because we were mismeasuring, but like, yeah, a cup of chili is what a normal aspect of things should be.
I got 2
And
ladles.
your fucking chili sucks.
I
Like,
love my
we've
chili.
talked about this. Like, you
You
put
don't
in,
like vegetables.
dude, I eat more vegetables than 90% of America people.
Then what do you not like?
You're fucking vegetables in chili. Like, chili should not have fucking vegetables.
they
Bro.
do.
No,
I
no.
love my vegetables in
Like,
chili.
I don't like vegetables in my omelets.
Oh, I love it.
No,
More vegetables, the better.
no, dude. Like I fucking dude. Like I love. Like, yesterday, right? I went to a lunch meeting with a really great friend of mine who's now in fucking Florida. So fuck you, G. But so like my side was a salad and my other side was broccoli, right? Like, I mean, when I go to Logan's, right, I usually get a salad and broccoli. Like, I actually eat more vegetables and like for the longest time up until a couple of years ago, because of how much beer intake I have.
Right.
But I'd always pass everything with really fucking healthy, and yes, okay, I'm going to Chinese food, but like chicken and broccoli, beef and broccoli, like I actually eat a shit ton of vegetables, but it's like when I say a shit ton, I mean, I'm eating like a fucking head of lettuce, right? I'm eating.
So I'll tell you, these are the vegetables that I put in my chili.
Yeah.
I put green peppers, red peppers, yellow peppers, and orange peppers.
Yeah.
I put green onion,
Shit.
red onion, and white onion.
Yeah.
I put celery.
Yeah. Fuck celery. Celery is the worst fucking vegetable.
It's a horrible vegetable, but it's good in chili.
It's not. It's not good at anything.
Olives and corn.
America. Let's talk about this. Is fucking celery good in anything else? I don't eat my fucking chicken salad.
Why are you cutting out our German friends who have downloaded a bunch of episodes lately?
Because Germans already know that fucking celery sucks. I don't need to ask their opinion. Like, let's be honest, dude. Celery is the worst thing. Like, it's not that I won't eat it, right? Like, I don't eat fish. I just don't like. But like, celery is just fucking stupid.
You know what my aunt called celery? Green hair.
Right? Like, dude, I can't tell you how much I hate celery. Right?
I like it in certain things.
No, nothing. But so here's my vegetables. Okay. Pinto beans, chili beans, lime. Oh, it's not. That's right, because I don't have fucking vegetables in my fucking chili because I'm not an animal. No, the only vegetable in my chili is tomatoes.
Oh yeah, tomatoes.
But I don't do chunk tomatoes. I do mine like as like a puree, and
we get the diced,
dude. Okay, yeah.
And then we also get a jar of salsa.
Oh, okay.
Always a jar of salsa.
Mild, medium, hot
Hot.
salsa.
Yeah.
All right.
because my wife doesn't like any kick, but I like a little kick.
Yeah.
So with one hot jar of salsa,
Yeah.
it's almost too much for her, but it's okay for me.
You know what? I'll retract my little statement. If you made me my chili and put salsa in it, I wouldn't be upset. But your other fucking vegetables, they have to fucking go, dude. Like,
Not for my chili.
dude, I'm trying to think about it. Like, I can't stand, like, I love all the peppers, right? Actually, I found out for my whole life, I like ate green peppers. And I actually think green pepper is the shittiest of the peppers.
Of all of them, yes.
Yeah, like the red, yellow,
It's the
and
cheap
orange.
pepper.
It is like the red, yellow, and orange taste so much better.
They
Like
do.
there's so much, but I never ate them. But you know, dude, I can't stand peppers in my stuff. Like
Oh no, I want it.
I had my wife made me eggs,
All of my pasta, all of my omelets,
my
peppers,
pasta.
pasta.
I had to think. Hold on, my chicken carbonara, which so peas. I'll do peas in my carbonara.
You know,
Yep. My lasagna, but I should have tomatoes for the sauce. That's about it.
lasagna has all of the same things.
No, shut
All
the
of
fuck
them.
up. Shut the fuck up.
All of them. Corn is the only thing it doesn't have. It has all of the rest of it. Celery, all the peppers, all the onions.
I'm gonna try your fucking shitty lasagna.
I
and
don't
I'm-
make it. Don makes it.
and I'll
It's
tell you how
wonderful.
shitty it is.
It's wonderful.
You know, here's what a vegetable should be on. Okay, a beef Wellington.
My wife doesn't eat that. She's a vegetarian.
Yeah, well, wrap that fucking mushroom shit up and but like, no, like vegetable should be a side by itself, and that's what a vegetable should be in shit.
I love vegetables in
I'm
my
trying to
shit.
think. I'm trying to think of things I'm gonna eat vegetables in.
There are very few vegetables like lima beans. I hate Brussels
Like-
sprouts. I hate.
Oh, see,
Don
I-
loves them.
as
So does
as,
Caitlin.
as a kid, I loved lima beans. I don't love them now, but Brussels sprouts. I've. It's funny because like there's this new trend, and it's not that new anymore. But like Courtney, when we were first together, right, 13 years ago, plus, like, man, I really want Brussels sprouts, and she's like, "What the fuck did you just say to me?" Oh, but so like I was like, yeah, throw vinegar on it and salt, and like this is what I like. That is, I love Brussels. I love spinach the same way.
Love spinach.
Not fresh, not like
Spinach and omelets too. Love it.
no.
Yes.
I'll do some.
And lasagna.
Tell you what, my vegetables I choose is olives on pizza. Okay.
Yeah, I love olives. Black olives more than green.
But I'll do a margarita pizza. I'm not too mad about that. Oh, green olives is way fucking better.
No, black olives are better.
Did you have like a fucking taste bud problem? This is not how life's supposed to be.
If you give my daughter
So,
a jar of black olives, she'll just sit there and eat them all fucking day.
Oh, that's
but
Emerson's.
she won't. She
Emerson's
won't
the
touch
same way.
green.
Emerson's the same way. She'll do some green, but you know how I like my vegetables in my hot dog. Ask me how.
How?
I want it to be a fucking sauerkraut, motherfucker.
I hate sauerkraut.
Dude, so
Give me a Chicago dog.
Yep.
I'm a happy guy.
Courtney made I don't know, something with cabbage. And I love
Love
fucking
cabbage.
cabbage. Like I like boiled cabbage or crock pot
Yep.
and cabbage. Like when I tell you how much I like cabbage.
We make, stuffed cabbage, but we don't make it stuffed. We make unstuffed cabbage. So Dawn makes the cabbage and you just put the shit on top of it. And that way nothing's stuffed.
Oh yeah, I
So much better.
I just take the cabbage itself and it's been marinated or boiled for however long, and it is. I'm fine.
It's good.
But I say, dude, I don't actually like. I don't like roast. Okay,
I do.
America, let me talk about this.
Love a roast.
I don't. I love a
With
hot.
carrots.
The carrots are good
potatoes.
on the side. Have you ever fucking no? Like on the side. But I don't like my food touching in the first place. But what I will tell you is, I love a hot beef sandwich.
Mhm.
Okay, so like again,
Like
it goes back
Italian
to
beef?
goes back to the gravy. No, like so you take the roast, open it, spread it, and do that. Put it on two
Yeah, but that's
pieces of white.
Still like an Italian beef.
Yeah, Italian beef is shaved beef,
It is.
right? Like this is pulled beef, and that tastes like shit because it's roast. But then you just douse that motherfucker with gravy, and
So
that
you would like it dipped.
yes,
See,
absolutely.
Mike and Mike hate the thought of dipping anything. You give me an Italian beef and you dip that motherfucker and it's soggy.
We agree.
Yeah,
Finally.
it's great.
Yes.
Mind you, I don't like soggy bread, but on an Italian beef, that
Oh.
is the best.
An Italian beef, a French dip. This
Yep.
is how
I love French dip.
this is how life is supposed
Yeah.
to be, right? But like my friends, okay, so people go, hey, all right, this is going to be America's, because this is a Philly thing. Okay, this isn't why the German fucking Philly cheesesteak.
Mhm.
That should never have green pepper in it.
I mean, I don't eat them, but okay.
You, get out of here.
I don't.
I'm done. So I do eat vegetables on my sandwiches. I have lettuce on there. I will throw.
To me,
I will
lettuce
throw.
is not a vegetable.
will
It's just
throw-
gross.
No,
Lettuce is gross.
dude. All right, look. Okay, so we can all agree that the bottom of the barrel is fucking celery.
And lettuce.
But it doesn't matter. Like the fact is like lettuce would be above it. If you wanted to
They're
argue
still
with
both
this-
gross.
No.
But I will eat celery.
You want to eat lettuce?
I will eat it, but I'm not a fan of it. Like tacos, keep the fucking lettuce off my
I
goddamn
don't
tacos.
want lettuce on my taco either. Like, but
Dawn will buy
like
lettuce when
the
she makes-
salad.
Dawn, when she makes tacos, will buy lettuce, and she's like, "You don't want lettuce? Fuck no, I don't. Put that away from my taco."
I don't want lettuce on my burger either. Like these fucking people are
Okay, with a small amount of lettuce on my burger.
No, I don't. But again, I'm weird. I don't like hot and cold. So people love warm brownies with ice cream.
Oh yeah,
I'm fine with warm brownies and ice cream, but let me be clear on this. It's a warm brownie, and I also have ice cream in two separate containers.
no, not me.
Because I don't want my hot and cold to touch. I don't like sure when they say that, like I do put pickles on my burger, right? I love pickles.
Yes,
That's a great vegetable. Pickles.
You're shreds.
Shreddies, bro.
Oh my god, they're so fucking
But-
good.
No, like, dude, your chili and your fucking lasagna sounds like shit. Like,
It's not my lasagna. Dawn makes it.
Great.
The only thing I make is fucking chili.
and it sucks. Like,
Well, I love it, so
Well-
you can suck my ass.
welcome to the. I got yelled at Friday for yelling that out really, really loud. Somebody said something to me, and I was like, "Say, suck my ass!" Like, hey, it's a public place, and I was like, "Yep, freedom of speech, baby."
Sure is. Thanks for telling me what I already knew. Suck my ass.
Yeah, I was a little tipsy, but no, dude, like I yeah. I
Oh
tried-
my god, I didn't tell you this fucking story.
yeah.
We're on the boat.
Okay.
We're playing Queen, Name That Tune.
Okay. How'd you guys do?
Not great.
Did you win any of your events?
I did.
Okay, we'll go on with the Queen one.
So before it starts,
Yeah.
this group of fucking men come in.
Yeah.
And announce we're taking over the bar.
Oh, okay.
So for the first three fucking songs, you can't hear what the guy's playing because they're loud and obnoxious.
Yeah.
And everyone around, mind you, I'm not drunk, but I've
Yeah.
had a couple.
Yeah.
Everybody around me, shh. By the third song, I fucking had it.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
Say.
What?
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up. This is a bar. I said, right. And we're trying to play fucking Name That Tune. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
And I hear two of them whisper behind me, gee, you can't even talk in a bar. And I looked at Don. I'm like, I will cut this motherfucker.
Say.
Guess what? They shut the fuck up.
Yeah. That's good.
I was furious.
Yeah.
We did Major League Baseball trivia.
Did you win that?
Got our ass kicked. Fucking murdered.
Yeah.
Some of the questions were really hard. How many baseballs used in a major league game?
How many are used?
Yeah. Average.
105.
Like 81.
Okay.
What's the name of the baseball team on The Simpsons?
To brew something.
No. It was something even dumber.
Okay.
But I didn't know it.
Yeah.
Who's the first team that Babe Ruth hit a home run off of?
Boston.
See, I said the Tigers because I didn't think it'd be, the Yankees. It was the Yankees.
Was it Yankees?
A lot of hard fucking questions. This was my favorite question, though. This man holds the record for most games without striking out.
Fucking who is Tony Gwynn?
Everybody said Tony Gwynn. Our host, who's from England and loves cricket,
Yeah.
the correct answer is Aaron Judge. Excuse me? Yeah. Can you read the question again? Who holds the record for most games with a strikeout, or most games in a row with a strikeout?
Without
That's
strike.
not what you said. You said without.
Yeah.
He goes, oh, everybody gets credit on that one. We're all sitting there going, Aaron Judge, how the fuck would that be a thing?
Most games with a strikeout.
With a strikeout in a row, I guess, is Aaron Judge.
Wow, that actually
he
surprises me.
It does me too, but he had said without, and
Yeah.
everybody's like, "Oh, that's Tony Gwynn."
Oh,
hands
fucking
down.
all day, right? Like, I mean, I'd give you the credit if you said he was a Tiger. Victor Martinez.
Yeah.
Right. I would have been like, I could see that too. Like one of my favorite memes that came out when he was a Tiger,
Yeah.
right? Hey, Dad, what's a strikeout? Or no, it's what's a strikeout looking? I don't know. I put a bat on a ball. I was like, yes.
We did Beatles Name That Tune. That's where we met the guy from Canada.
Okay.
We did fairly well with that one.
Okay.
We did fairly well with historic sites.
Oh, so speaking of Beatles stuff, I was going through my old vinyls
Mhm.
at home because my wife wants me to move my shit.
Mhm.
And I didn't realize how many vinyls I had sitting around. And so I started going, and I was like, oh, hey, I have Beatles fucking whatever road, Abbey Road.
Yeah.
And I was like, well, I'll never fucking listen to that. And she's like, you're not throwing it away. And I was like, no, it's fine. I just won't listen. I'm not a huge Beatles fan.
Oh, I would totally listen to that.
Yeah, I say, but like, and I know there's people that are Beatles fans.
Oh, yeah,
and stuff
huge.
and then there's like, I know what they did, what they do, but like, I'm just not a huge Beatles
Oh,
fan,
I
my
love
friend.
the Beatles.
Yeah, really?
Oh, I love it.
Oh, I
Favorite
can't-
all-time band.
No shit.
Absolutely.
No.
Hands down.
I mean, I could see that from a fucking veggie eating chili person, but
I mean, there are other bands that I really love. Like, I love Guns N' Roses. I love Journey.
see,
But the Beatles, hands down, my favorite.
no, like I wouldn't put Guns N' Roses in anywhere of my top list.
Oh, that was my childhood.
Journey, I like. I love Styx, right? Like,
Oh, I love Styx.
I really do.
They're probably in the top 20.
Yeah, I say, America, and so like in Canada and everybody else listening, yeah, because Creed was around the world, right? Like I love Creed. Okay, let me stand on my
He's a weirdo.
Scott Stapp. Yeah, oh yeah, 100%.
Big fucking weirdo.
But they're coming back out, and I'm really excited to go see them again. The great thing about Creed is how much everybody hates on them. So when they're the headliner, everybody leaves and they don't see it. So I get to get like really close, and then like it's just wide open for me to like
Yeah.
sing my fucking head off, and because like that's my workout music.
Yeah.
It sounds really weird. Like, so if you ever see me working out, there's a 90% chance I'm listening to Creed while working out, right? Because like I don't know, it just pumps me. I like it. And everybody's like, oh, it's the same song. And I was like, that explains it. Because like I'm listening to the same song while I'm fucking working out,
Yep,
right?
yep.
Like nothing changes. But so all right, so landmark trivia, you said?
Yeah, we did really well at that. We did that with our
You should've-
Canadian friend.
Oh man, you should have had that one guy on. I don't remember his name.
Okay.
Kenodia.
Oh yeah, he hates us.
Yeah, I say.
Fuck that guy. Barat.
Barat.
Yeah, he can fuck off. Marvel trivia, we were shockingly not good at.
I could see that.
They went really deep
Yeah.
on Marvel trivia.
Well, like-
and it was all comics, not really movies.
Say my problem with trivia is like you have to be like a fan, right? Like again, the baseball team for the Simpsons, right? Or what was the 7th episode of South Park where who was the character introduced? And you're like, dude, I have no idea, right? Like I know generics enough to
Yeah.
have a conversation of things, but yeah.
The one I won,
Mhm.
NFL trivia.
Really?
I did.
I say.
So I think there were
The Bears.
18 questions.
Okay.
And I might have got 3 wrong.
That's not bad.
Might have.
Hey,
It might have been 2.
So
one of the questions, I remember some of these questions.
sure.
So what team originally started off as the Houston Texans?
Houston Oilers.
Kansas City Chiefs.
Okay.
Whose statue is at the Pro Football Hall of Fame? Outside the Pro Football Hall of Fame.
Is it your guy?
Nope.
No, it Lombardi?
Nope.
Who is it?
Jim Thorpe.
Oh, okay.
And Mike goes, well, you should know that. You were there. I'm like, I didn't see the statue. I drew comparisons. I'm like, all right, it's in Canton.
Yeah.
Jim Thorpe was huge when the NFL started. He played for the Canton Bulldogs. It's probably Jim Thorpe.
Yeah.
Who was the first president of the NFL?
No idea.
Jim Thorpe.
Really?
I had no fucking clue. That's
Okay.
one of the ones I got wrong. The other one I got wrong. What college did Joe Namath go to?
University of Texas.
I should have known it was Alabama. I went with Miami. I knew it was somewhere in the South.
Okay.
But I couldn't remember. This man ran for 275 yards, which was a record in 1977.
Walter Payton.
Yep. I don't remember some of the others, but
Sure.
I tied with a guy.
Oh, okay.
And they go, well, do we want to do a tiebreaker? Sure, we can do a tiebreaker. So the lady goes, first one to get me the correct answer wins.
Yeah.
She goes, you have to be retired for how many? And I write 5 and I hand it to Dawn and she runs it up.
Yeah.
And of course, because she ran it up so fast, this guy scribbled something down and gave it to his wife to run up.
Yeah.
And Caitlin goes, how did you know? I'm like, you're not going to ask how long somebody's been retired without the following be to make the Hall of Fame.
Right. It's plain and simple.
And it's 5 years.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that.
Yeah.
He knew it too, but he crossed out 5 and wrote a different fucking number.
Oh no.
And so not only was he not first, but he was also not right.
Yeah.
So that was the one I won. I won 2 pens.
Yeah. Oh, really?
I did.
Let's say no. I still pride myself on 2000s hit musics because I got 0 wrong.
Yes. We had a 90s name that tune that we did decent on.
Okay. Really? You lost to name that tune?
We lost all of them.
Did they have an 80s?
They did have an 80s.
And you lost.
We did.
Wow. Was it ABBA shit?
There was one fucking song I didn't know.
Okay.
And somebody
that's what
nailed
cost
every
you.
fucking
Okay.
song.
Yeah.
There were like 3 groups that nailed every fucking one.
Well, yeah. No, that's
I think it was Rocksteady that I didn't get.
What was the entertainment?
What do you mean?
Like they had the ice show.
They did have an ice show. We didn't go see it. We went and saw. They did a movie singing show.
Okay.
We went and saw that. That was pretty good.
Yeah.
Probably. So they did a version of When Doves Cry.
Yep.
It was god awful.
Yeah.
But everything else was pretty solid. The comedian we didn't end up going and seeing.
Okay.
I honestly went to sleep a lot. There was the nighttime entertainment because I was fucking tired.
Yeah.
So Dawn would go and do some of that. Like she did the 70s dance party. I did not because I was fucking tired.
Sure.
But yeah, it was a lot of fun.
Good.
We should probably wrap up.
Yeah, I'm glad you had a great time on your trip. If you're still with us, I know we were bounced around quite a bit on ideas. But again, give us some ideas. Please like, subscribe, share, tell your friends, tell your family. We appreciate this. Hopefully this comes up as one part, maybe it's 2 segments, but it's still about our life. Big shout out to Mike Benson for the Anderson Valley Melon Goes. And I did go sneak a bootleg.
And shout out to Michael Benson for the Edward Teach Black Spot Lager. It was okay.
Yeah.
No, nothing to write home about. But I did really enjoy the Two Town Cider House.
I did enjoy that.
Blueberry Cosmic Crisp. That was very good.
Wow.
So thanks for joining us. As Nick said, please send us your suggestions for shows because we want to talk about shit that you're interested in, not just shit we're interested in.
Not just shit about us. Yeah.
Yeah. So we will be back with you, I'm sure, next week
Yes.
because we're trying to get back on our normal schedule. But I will say, in all honesty, with the coaching season coming up for Nick right now and me in the spring, you may only get us a couple times a month. So be prepared.
It might be that we're doing things from home and stuff.
That is a possibility. So thanks for joining, and we'll talk to you guys next week.
You've dialed in.
To Bucks and Brews, you might hear something
You can use.
like tips on your cash or tips on the suds.
You're gonna want to
The
use.
smarts of these
Because
stuff.
they know the
And
brews.
they know the Bucks, and they know they can't help the stubborn fucks.
So listen up, because shit's not funny.
Save yourself some
Beer money. Bucks.
and brews.
Bucks and
Bucks
Brews.
and brews.
Brews.
Bucks and Brews.